Hey, what's up, YouTube world? It is your girl here, the Venusian Bull, and I am back for another Planets in the Houses series. And in this series, we are going to be discussing planets in the ninth house. Okay, so you know how we do, it. I am going to provide a little intro video for the ninth house and then attach it to all of the videos for the planets so that, we can get everything that needs to be said in these videos. Okay. All right, so just a little background on the ninth house. Remember, the ninth house is akin to Sagittarius. So the energy of the ninth house is very joyful. It's very optimistic. It's all about adventure and learning and philosophy and religion and spirituality and traveling all over the place, darling. It's all about discovering different cultures, different people, different ethnicities, different ways of life. And it's just about being open minded. Like the ninth house is literally like, you're an open book type of energy. It's very larger than life energy. It's very extra, extra, read all about it type of energy. So, ninth house people are on 10 like 90% of the time. Like they can't help it. It's like adrenaline. It's like constant adrenaline. This is a house that's full of energy, and full of excitement and luck and expansion and abundance. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna keep this pretty cute, clean, and concise. All right. And also, as a disclaimer, I feel like I mentioned this in my videos, but y'all still seem to not be listening. Okay. When I discuss the planets and the houses, I'm discussing their general energies, like their purest energies. Obviously, this is going to be modified based on the sign that's on the house cusp. If you have other planets also in this house, or if these planets in the ninth house are aspecting other planets in your natal chart, it may modify this energy. So you may look at this video and be like, that sun in the ninth house, that sounds like nothing like me. And you got a nerve to have sun square Pluto. That's why it don't sound nothing like you. Okay, I just had to get a little mean for a second. This is a happy energy, positive energy, but I just had to say that because some of y'all be coming up in here and be like, I'm not this, I'm not that. Y'all, look at your whole chart, listen to all of the videos, because at some point you're gonna have planets transiting the ninth house. So you actually want to pay attention to all of the videos, not just the one that's specific to you and your natal chart. And hey, if you want to get information, on other people, family members, significant others, friends, coworkers, and they happen to have a planet in the ninth house, you may want to listen to that as well. All right. So keep it, well-rounded and, helps me boost up those views. All right. All right. So stay tuned for a very wild, adventurous ride for the planets in the ninth house. All right. Let's go. To freedom! Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. All right, so we're continuing in the Planets in the Houses series in the ninth house. And in this video, we are going to be discussing Mars in the ninth house. All right. So Mars in the ninth house is similar to having Mars in Sag or having Aries, and in some cases, Scorpio on the ninth house cusp. Well, we'll kind of keep it to more of like an Aries themed ninth house cusp, okay? All right, so Mars in the ninth. Well, let's just say that people with Mars in the ninth, they have the most insatiable thirst for adventure and exploration and, doing things that are daring. They're very fearless people, you know what I'm saying? So whenever they travel, because the ninth house, we discuss travel, it's all about doing the excursions. When you go on vacations and things like that, and there's always, excursions and things, whether it's horseback riding or zip lining or, parasailing and stuff like that. Mars in the ninth house is always down for that type of stuff, especially if it involves some type of a workout, okay? Y'all know how I do with my anecdotes, but there was an episode of Insecure this past season where the character Molly and her boyfriend, her then boyfriend, story for another day. Anyway, they went on a trip to Mexico, and it's supposed to be relaxing and chill, by the pool and drinks and all of that type of stuff. But the second day they were there, they went on a hike. I mean, it was a nice view at the top of the hike, but they went on a hike. They had to like walk like a couple miles up this hill in Mexico and stuff, and then they had the zip line back down. So that's very Mars in the ninth. Like that's their idea of a good time on a vacation. Like if you just trying to relax and not really do anything, don't take nobody with Mars in the ninth. They're gonna want to do deep sea diving, snorkeling, swimming with the dolphins, like every single excursion there is, Mars in the ninth likes to do. Okay. Also, because people, with Mars energy, especially in like fire houses or fire signs, tend to be really fit and they like to exercise a lot. Mars in the ninth's version of exercising can seem kind of extreme, very over the top. That's the theme of the ninth house. So it's like, okay, let's go for a jog, but like, let's go for a jog in like 30-degree weather. Like, let's just see, how long we can run before the cold really gets us. You know what I'm saying? It could just be something like wild, just taking something normal, like bike riding or, going for a jog or going to the gym and just adding some type of extraness on top of it, because that's what the ninth house does. It's extra. And Mars is full of energy and aggression and just angst, and they just need to get out there. They need to get up and go. Like if there was ever a ninth house placement that needs to get up and go and not be home, it's Mars in the ninth house, like all of the time. um so yeah, so anything that you do, anything that is like career wise, like you just really need to be like doing something that keeps you moving. You know what I'm saying? And ninth house energy, they love to teach. You know what I'm saying? So Mars in the ninth house is very much teaching about, physical activity and stuff like that, and how to, stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? This is really good for being like a personal trainer and things like that, but just like very, you're taking it to the next level. I know that, we've been in quarantine and things like that. And, Mars in the ninth, or the ninth house energy in general, really likes to get in touch with all of the people all over the world. So we're doing virtual workouts internationally. You know what I'm saying? Virtual workouts all over the world, because that's how Mars in the ninth gets down. Did I mention that they're fearless? Did I mention that they're not scared of anything? Nah, they're not scared. Okay. Now, as for the education aspect of Mars in the ninth house, these people are very, very driven. They're very driven to learn. They're very smart. They're very wise, beyond their years. And they are very much action oriented. So they're like, if I'm gonna get that degree, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that PhD. I'm gonna get that job. And they usually get it, because remember the whole, good fortune and luck and opportunity and everything always kind of works hand in hand with this ninth house energy. And especially with Mars there. I would say Mars really likes to be in the ninth house because it gives their get up and go attitude a lot of purpose. You know what I'm saying? And it gives them a lot of faith. That's like their drive is faith. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of tied into the educational part and the spiritual part. So yes, so Mars in the ninth house definitely can be, very, spiritual, also very religious, as many of the other placements can, represent that holier than thou type of feel or whatever. The thing about the Mars energy is that it's just very it's just high energy all the time. Like they're never really like ever below an 8 in terms of energy. Like they always gonna be up here. So just know that if you're around that type of energy and you like not really here for it, like just step off. Because even when in their talking and the way they speak to you, the whole preachiness thing, oh yes, that could get totally like volume on 100. Like, yes, and yes, that is what we are going to do today. You ready to work out? You're ready to break a sweat? This is just me thinking about working out and stuff like that. Are you ready to jump off this cliff? We're gonna do it. Yay! So this is Mars in the ninth house really gives me that. It's very encouraging, it's very inspirational, very aspirational, but everybody, is not always encouraged that way. That doesn't work for everybody. Like some people may be like, oh my God, you're just too much. Just too much. So yeah, just understand that Mars in the ninth house, they can't help it. They're like extra because that's innately a part of them. But just be careful, read the room and, understand that, you may be giving too much. I would say also Mars in the ninth, they could be really like infatuated like with the Olympics or just even like sports from other countries. Like the Olympics, like that's Mars in the ninth house's playground because it's when all of the countries from all over the world, they come together and they compete. You know what I'm saying? It's like the perfect marriage of Mars in the ninth house. You know what I'm saying? So that's also something to think about. So Mars in the ninth house people, if they are athletes, they may be like Olympic athletes, and train for the Olympics as opposed to just being an athlete, in the United States or just wherever country that you're from. You may strive to really be in the Olympics, doing the trials and all of that stuff because it gives you, lots of opportunities to travel. So, ninth house energy loves that. So whenever there's an opportunity to travel and also, compete and do any type of adventures or workout or have any type of physical activity, if you can travel and do that, that is the ideal situation for someone with Mars in the ninth house. Okay. Also, Mars in the ninth, not only like just like Mercury, not only can their speech be loud, I would argue that Mars in the ninth is a little bit louder than Mercury in the ninth. It could also be kind of brash. It can come off kind of abrasive. So just know that because they're so hard hitting. It's so much like masculine type of energy. Even if you're a woman, it doesn't matter. It's just very much projecting outward with everything. Mars in the ninth house. So their approach may seem a little bit, abrasive or harsh, maybe too blunt, maybe too direct for your liking. They're not like a tiptoe around the edges type of person. They're going to tell it like it is and, do it with love. Like it's coming from a good place because they're wise beyond their years. They know a lot of things. They have a lot of insight, but it may come across a little bit harsh, especially with that Mars influence. So definitely remember that. And also remember what I said about these fire energies. The ninth house is the self-righteous one. Sagittarius, ninth house, self-righteous. So yeah, and then you got Mars in there. Mars rules Aries. So Aries is like the selfish one. So you kind of mixing up the self-righteous and the selfish, and we're getting it's a little bit extra. It's a lot of fire. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have like a earth or a water sign here, you're going to feel this insatiable need to get out what you need to say and do things in a physical manner. You know what I'm saying? Your idea of exercise is like swimming the English Channel or something. Okay, this is like, that's so like random, but like whatever thing is random that gets you in shape, like that's what you like to do. Like I'm trying to think, like when I think of like normal stuff, like just dancing or maybe like maybe like kickboxing, but that's still like people still do that. So any random type of workouts are really the type of things that Mars in the ninth, not random, but just like really extreme workouts, extreme sports. That's what it is. Extreme sports. Yes. Oh, and they be hyped for the Winter Olympics too. Summer and Winter Olympics, they're there. Okay. So they be there skiing and they'll be there, running track in the summertime. So not only would you want to participate in it, but you may just want to be a spectator as well. You may travel a lot for like the tennis matches, like the U.S. Open and Australian Open, and all of these types of things. You're very much a travel for sports, travel for excursions, travel for physical activity type of person. I think I ran the point home. Did I run the point home in this video? So yeah, I think we've come to the end of this.
All right, so just a few more quick little tidbits about Mars in the ninth that I just had to add because it was necessary. All right, trying to be thorough with this stuff. Okay, all right. Something is in Virgo. Is something in Virgo in the sky? Actually, I don't think anything is in Virgo, but my sun is in the 6th house, so there's that. All right, but anyway. Mars in the ninth, they love to be the life of the party. They are the party animals. More specifically, they are the international party animals, okay? You got to kind of be careful when partying with Mars in the ninth outside of the country. Like, I have to speak from an American perspective because I'm from America, all right? And while the criminal justice system and the prison system is completely fucked up in America, and there's more people in prison in America than there are anywhere else in the world, we don't be knowing what other countries be doing under the radar and shit like that. You partying with your Mars in the 9th house friend over in Thailand and they do something illegal. I don't know. They may be about chopping off heads and castrating people. You don't know what these other countries actually do to like punish you other than jail. Like, I'm just saying, make sure you know the rules when you travel. Make sure because like 9th house people, it's all about the freedom, especially with Mars in the 9th house. I got to have my freedom. It's about my liberation. It's my right to do this because I am a human being and I have this right and I am above the law. They believe that they are above the law and then they get caught. Okay, and they still think they're above the law. So international law issues, conflicts, and things like that, this may come about, especially even like with the quarantine. I know some people, you know what I'm saying, they got in trouble because they went to another country and they did not quarantine properly, and then they get arrested because other countries don't play that. United States don't care, but other countries don't play that. You know what I'm saying? So this is very Mars in the ninth. So just understand that they may be having a ball and doing it up and stuff like that. Just try to keep them on the legal path, okay? Because they're gonna do something illegal and get arrested and shit like that, and they're not gonna care. So Mars in the 9th house, I feel like y'all have probably spent at least one night in jail in a foreign country. And this isn't everybody, mind you, but this is a potential possibility with this placement, okay? This is the extraness of Mars in the 9th house, so understand that. Also, a kind of not so positive aspect of Mars in the 9th, they could be very, very aggressive about their religious and or spiritual beliefs. I was already mentioning that they could be, the preacher and always preaching to you, but very aggressive and very abrasive about their religious beliefs, not necessarily trying to hear you out because they believe that they know everything and, just getting on their very, holier than thou type time. They think they're Bishop T.D. Jakes. They think they know it all and stuff like that about religion. They're scorning you about all of the, hedonistic stuff that you do when, Sagittarius 9th house people can be the most hedonistic, can be the most animalistic. Remember, hypocritical. Like 9th house people, Sagittarius people are the most hypocritical people. They could be condemning you because you're out there in these streets, you're doing bad, you're doing drugs, yada, yada, yada. But they just went and, traveled to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, and like did all of the illegal things there, but they like, I didn't do it here, so it ain't illegal. Like always some type of justification. But Ninth House is all about, morality. So they try to put off this, facade that they everything they do is moral, but they can be very hypocritical. And that's when they get into their, aggressive religious. It's more like on the religious side that they can be really aggressive, or just really aggressive in their philosophies and how they, convey information, which can be kind of off-putting to a lot of people. And it's like, hold on, my nigga, just like chill out. Like this can be very, very extra. So, yeah, just be mindful of that and knowing that if you're dealing with the Mars in the ninth, and if you happen to have Mars in the ninth, you know what I mean? Every now and again, you got to check yourself. Be like, oh, preaching too much. Let me check. Let me reject. Let me rewind. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to do that. All right. All right. Now let's get back to it.
Right now, I know I missed some things. Y'all tell me all the time in the comments. So make sure you let me know everything that I missed and put that in the comments. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have this placement, let me know if this resonated with you, if you was feeling this. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and do something very Mars in the ninth. I'm about to go work out. So until next time, I'll see you. Bye.